Hi, I'm CEO of Omulatus. I'm
Hi
Joe
there.
Brett.
Nice to meet you.
Ashton, hi, Customer Relations Manager.
Nice to meet
Take
you.
a seat, please. So the reason we called you is because we've looked through your CV, we've looked through everything, and we're impressed with what we see. We just have just a few basic questions to ask you, so we know a bit more about you. So if you're happy for us to jump in.
Yeah.
So it's quite a broad question, but it's briefly to tell me a bit about your experiences, things you've done like at university, in some part-time jobs that you've mentioned on your CV.
Okay, so I've graduated from university with a first class degree from the University of Hertfordshire in business with marketing. I then landed a job at Lawrence Dean 2 years ago, and I'm currently still working there until I find my new job. Working in the marketing department as part of a big team, and it's going well, but I'm looking to move up in the world of work.
That's fair enough. So what made you choose us? You mentioned about how you want to kind of move up, but why Omulatus as a company you chose?
So ever since I was studying at university, when I first sort of started looking at marketing, I was instantly hooked, and then as soon as that happened, I was on Google looking for a marketing role, and Omulatus just kept popping up, so I kept referring back to it, and that's how I've come about with that.
Well, I'm honoured to hear that. So what outline some skills do you think that you could bring to the company?
So communication is key. Obviously, I've worked in a school. You have to talk to a diverse group from children, parents, teachers. So I've learned to talk to a number of different people. Another one, teamwork. So every job that I've worked in has involved teamwork. From Wilkinson's, there's a big team there. Currently Lawrence Dean, we have a big team where we have to pull together to hit targets.
That's fine, yeah. So describe a situation where you've worked in a team.
So at university, we have multiple group projects where we have to all work together to hit deadlines that are not very far away. So we have to delegate work and get it done in time.
That's fair enough. Have you got anything to add?
Yeah, I'd like to ask you to explain the situation where you had to deal with a customer complaint.
So probably Wilkinson's is a good opportunity there. So there was a plant pot once had a crack in it, and it was brought to my attention by an old lady customer, and she wasn't very happy. So I promised that we'd take it off of so nobody else could buy it, and then I actually persuaded her to order 2 more from another store, so we still got the sale.
Oh, that's good.
That's very good to hear.
Yeah. Just a few more. Tell me about your greatest achievement.
My greatest achievement, I think it has to be getting a first class degree from the University of Hertfordshire, being in the top 85%, and I'm probably landing my first real job with Lawrence Dean, but I hope to change that soon.
So why do you think you should get this job? I don't know, out of all the other candidates, what do you think is going to put you above them?
I think I can add a lot to the team and hopefully help this firm hit more targets, higher targets. As mentioned, I've got the skills that I can bring into the company, and hopefully they'll help to take us all to the next level.
That's fine. So to end it, have you got any questions about anything to do with the job, the company, anything we do, anything like that?
Obviously I've researched online, but I think for now everything's been covered really well. But I know where to contact you if any questions do arise.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come in.
Hi, you're right, I'm Joe Pratt.
Hello there, I'm Ashton O'Carney, CEO of Universe. Welcome to the company.
Nice to meet you both.
Right, so we really like your CV and we'd like to ask you a few questions since you guys are here to learn a bit more about you.
That's fine with me.
So first, can you tell me about some of your experiences in work?
Well, I suppose just as a graduate, I've done a lot of things. Like, I've obviously obtained a master's in marketing, which I got a distinction on as well. And also been working part-time in a recruitment company for the marketing side. And I handle like all the online presence of the companies, like social media, and handle the website as well.
That's excellent to hear. So what made you attracted to the company?
I did business at GCSE, and ever since then, marketing has like fascinated me. I kind of knew as soon as I started doing business, that is something that I wanted to do, and that's what I drove for. And I found I'd be Googling jobs, and there's a lot about your company. Being a new company itself, there was a lot of talk about it and the uprise of it. And I suppose seeing it from when I was in GCSE to how it is now, it has grown a lot, and I kind of want to join the drive and make it bigger.
Excellent, that sounds great. Wonderful. What skills would you be able to bring to our growing company?
I suppose one of my main skills is communicational skills. Like my part-time job before my one in recruitment company was actually in Iceland supermarket. So there I'd have to do a lot of like communication with customers, deal with complaints, and I mean even now I'm on the phone to customers. I just go step by step through our services as well. Ability to work in a team, obviously at university there's a lot of teamwork, and in my job as well, I mean we'll have to work in a team to meet goals, like as a kind of a team we will have to reach a certain target, and obviously have to contribute to that as well.
It's very good that you brought up working at a team. Do you have a specific example for us of when you were working at a team?
Yeah, I do. Well, at university we all had to come up with a ad campaign for McDonald's. Yeah, it got assessed by one of the CEOs at McDonald's himself, and we all had to come up and film an advert for it. And my team actually won the advert, and yeah, he really liked it.
That's brilliant to hear. Danny, do you have any questions for Joe?
Do you have any experience working with customer complaints?
One thing that always stood out to me was something that happened at Iceland. I had a woman, funnily enough, come in and moan at me saying the ready meals had cut shrinked by a certain size. So she was kicking off about it, understandably. I mean, she's paying the same price for what she's getting. But I went over with her and got the old packet and the new packet and showed her the ingredients and showed her it's only the packaging size that decreased, but the actual content was exactly the same. It was just for kind of environmental issues that we reduced them.
Okay, thank you.
So what would you say are your greatest achievements, Joe?
I suppose getting into uni, getting a degree, getting a master's degree, I mean they're all that stood out for me hugely. I suppose one, I don't know, among all of them would be getting recognised by McDonald's for my marketing campaign. That is something that will kind of stay with me for a long time, and that I'm really proud of. But yeah, I mean getting a degree, I mean getting an interview here is a great achievement for me as well.
So if you were asked, why would you decide that you should get this job?
I feel like I should get the job because I mean I have an excellent knowledge of the marketing world. I mean I've got a master's in marketing. I've become top in my class. I have a degree in marketing. I work part-time in marketing as well. But, I mean I know the industry. I know how it's changing. I know how it used to be, how it's going to be. I mean I'm set in it, and from a young age this is what I wanted to do. I'm passionate about it, and I do feel like I make your company grow.
Excellent. And finally, do you have any questions for us?
When would be the start date?
You will start on the 20th of March.
And that was is that like an induction period?
Yeah, there will be a 2-week standard for all employees upon notice.
Oh, it's a 2-week induction?
Yes, that's correct.
That's all the questions I've got today.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you both.
Come in. Hi there, I'm Danny, HR manager.
Alright, you're right. I'm
No,
welcome.
no, yeah, cheers.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
So, we've invited you here today for a quick interview. We're going to go through a few easy questions, shouldn't catch you out. And then at the end, we will ask you if you want any questions yourself. Okay, does that sound alright?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, so we'll get started. Can you tell me about your experiences so far? So that can be anything, school to if you're
Well, I've
working.
just finished my 3-year degree at the University of Hertfordshire in Business Information Systems. During this course, I was working as a customer service assistant in Ladbrokes Bookmakers. But prior to that, I was also working as a bartender in a bar on a farm.
Okay. What's made you want to work for us?
I've seen that it's a growing company, and as a young student who's just graduated from this course, I want to join a company that's very forward-thinking and where the positions will be available for me for many years to come. I've heard a lot about the company in the growing brand, especially in like business journals and publications.
Good answer. What skills can you bring to the company?
I'm a very effective communicator, be that written or verbal.
Good.
As part of the team, I'm good at either leading or just performing the roles that have been set to me by those I'm working with. And I find that I'm able to get along with a lot of different people, so customers will find it easy to interact with me when they talk to me, so will suppliers and other businesses.
That's good. You said about teamwork. Can you describe a situation where you've worked as a team?
Well, when I was working as a customer service at Ladbrokes, during very busy weekends, for example, Champions League final would have lots of staff on, and as a result, we'd have to be delegated to lots of different roles in the team. So different staff would have to perform machines, someone else would have to perform desk. And to do that, you have to be all organised and ensure you're on the right track together.
Cool. Jay, anything to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to know, you mentioned about your part-time job and stuff in Ladbrokes and how it can get busy. I was wondering if you've ever had to deal with any major customer complaints and how you dealt with it.
So the biggest customer complaint I actually had was whilst I was working as a bartender on the farm. There was a couple and they felt that their drinks hadn't been correctly made, so we took them up to the desk and explained to the person at the bar that wasn't the greatest of the drinks, and we made sure the customer got a drink that they found was acceptable instead.
Oh, that's great, thank you.
Can you tell us about what you consider to be your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement would be graduating from University of Hertfordshire so far. I found that's a very good achievement because it was a hard goal for me to work on, and it's a good platform for me to work forward in later life.
Cool. And lastly, why should you get this job if you were us?
I first get this job because I'm a very good communicator. I'm very easy to interact with customers, suppliers, other colleagues, and I feel that I'll be able to offer assets to only lowers.
Good answer. And as promised, any questions?
No, I think that'll be everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.